What's going on YouTube? Thanks for tuning in with your boy Jiggy Lifestyle. Back with another one. You already know what it is. So y'all see the title. Born in the 80s, but the 90s made me. You know, the 90s was some good times, man, growing up. That's when fun was fun. You know, sometimes I just be sitting back just reminiscing about the good old days. We had good times. When I say we was outside, we was outside. You know the term that they be using nowadays? We was outside having fun though. Good old times. You know, they don't make friends like they used to. That's why the same friends that I grew up with, same friends today. You know, ain't nothing changed. Those my brothers. And that's how it's supposed to be. Got to keep the circle small. Like I said, man, we had some fun times. It was just like we was outside having a good time. I'm talking about riding bikes, roller skating. You had a few that rode skateboards. That wasn't me, you know what I'm saying? But they said I could do anything back then. I was a daredevil. I was all over the place, you know? But man, you had people playing basketball, baseball. You had a few people playing handball. You know, you seeing the older folks out there drinking their little beers, playing spades. You know, everybody parents knew each other, grew up with each other. So you know how it is, man. And you couldn't get smart out your mouth like these kids be saying SMD nowadays. You would have got smacked in your mouth. And it didn't even have to be by your parents. It could have been by their friends. And that's the people that you could consider as your auntie, you know, your uncle and all that. Then brought you back to your parents when you was getting an ass whooping when you got home. If you from the 80s, you know what I'm talking about. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what it was back then. You know, I'm talking about good times, y'all. Like, I can't bring up all the good times in this video, but the people that's from the 80s and y'all watching, damn, I want my shit to fall off because I want y'all to subscribe. Y'all probably looking at this video and just reminiscing about some good times y'all had. Y'all childhood, y'all neighborhood, you know, the friends y'all grew up with. And it was dope, man. It was epic. The cookouts, the block parties. Oh, man. Even to the games. Sega Genesis, Nintendo. You know, Game Boy. The music, cassette tapes. And that's when the CDs came out a little later. Those was the times to be in. Like this young generation now, you know, man, I don't know what they be talking about. Like, they shit ain't the same like ours was. You know, their music is different. Everything you hear now is duplicated. It sound the same. You know? Their music ain't got no type of meshes in it. Or nothing. But I ain't gonna knock the young boys. Get your money. Just stop killing each other. You know what I'm saying? We had some great times back then. And you know, I be kicking it with my bros, man, talking. And the times we had was like priceless moments. You don't get those times back. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just cherish every moment in life. You know, you got some beautiful times now, but when we was kids growing up, you ain't have to worry about nothing. That's when you had them old folks like, you ain't got to worry about shit. You ain't got to worry about nothing right now. You ain't paying no bills. You ain't doing nothing. You got food on the table, clothes on your back. You know what I'm saying? Better sit your ass down somewhere. Do your homework, then you could play the game. You know, so, man, it was different, man. Like, we had respect for older people. We had respect for ourselves, you know, our friends. Back then, you see somebody coming out the building, you hold a door for them. You see them with groceries, you help them upstairs with their groceries. You had a few dudes back then that had a few hustles. They was in the supermarket packing bags, helping people to their house with the groceries, all type of stuff, man. You know? And that's what it was. You taking people garbage out. You taking care of the neighborhood. Because the people in the neighborhood are family. We was all one. And that's what it was. Some good times, y'all. So I just wanted to touch up on this video right here. I was like, nah, I got to make a little video on this right here. We had some fun times, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about even the TV shows is dope. We had Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Martin Lawrence, Family Matters. The list goes on. If you from the 80s, you probably could keep it going on in the comments right now. The movies was dope. Fire. Music was dope. That's when they actually was talking about something, you know? Grown and sexy shit. That's how we know all the old school shit. Teddy Pendergrass and all that shit. We got our ass whooped to this music. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you from my era, you know. You know Marvin Gaye. We listened to all that stuff, man, back then. You know, your parents be playing spades. You got to sit your ass in the corner because you was bad. Now you listening to the music after that good old ass whooping. It was crazy, man. That's why I said some of these kids nowadays, no respect. They need them old school ass whoopings, man. I got to sip some of that champagne for this right here. It was dope, man. Good times. Like, we had good times. You know, wrestling was wrestling. Basketball was basketball. Now it's soft. When you watch basketball, you seeing people damn near getting clothesline. Some Draymond Green type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was wild, man. You don't watch basketball and you see a foul every second. We came up watching the greats, you know, idolizing the greats. Not looking at some people now like you just following a trend. What's on Facebook or, you know, YouTube, TikTok. Like, you just looking at people, looking at their lifestyle. People had talent back then. You know, you was out there putting that hard work and dedication. If you was playing ball, you was putting that work in. Anything you was doing, you was putting that work in. You know? You had people that was in the books. They like, nah, I'll check you later, man. I got to study. My parents ain't playing that. Man. Born in the 80s, but the 90s made me. It was good times back then, man. Like I said, I could keep this shit going all night. But you know, if you from the 80s, y'all already know, man, where I'm coming from with it. Y'all can relate. Y'all can understand. Y'all can understand the things we've been through, the respect. You know, like we ain't tolerate nothing, but we had respect for people. That's what it was. You had to respect grown people or get treated like an adult because you was getting smart out your mouth. You had a few people that had a little smart mouth. Guess what happened after that? Got popped in it. Word up. And that's what it was. It was different. You know, nowadays they tell you, nah, don't beat your kid and all that, man. Wish a nigga would say that back then. He might get his ass beat. That's why we listen. Because when we did bad stuff, we got our ass whooped. Hard head make a sore fast. That's what it is. You know, I'm not saying go beat your child ass and all that, but the era we came from, it was tough love. That's what it was. You just couldn't spend a night at nobody's house. If your parents didn't know their parents or raised up with their parents. The shit you see nowadays, man, is crazy. It's ludicrous. Word. But man, I just wanted to touch up on this topic a little bit, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this content. Like I said, if you could relate, you know, comment down below, whatever, man. And I appreciate y'all taking y'all time out to vibe with me, because y'all could be doing anything else in the world. Y'all don't even got to vibe out with your boy, but y'all choose to. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Jiggy lifestyle. Stay blessed, never stress. 80's baby, but the 90's made me. I'm out of here.